And good afternoon and welcome to Summit Arena in Hot Springs, Arkansas, home of the McDonald State High School Basketball Championships. Hi there, J.R. Runyon along with Pat Bradley as we get ready for Class 2A girls action. And another exciting matchup and a fun ball game we've got ahead of you. We hope that you will join us here and sit back, relax, and watch this game between a couple of girls teams that will play fast, they'll play furious. And the one thing that you will see with Carlisle, as Mr. Bradley gets his ears put on here, the one thing you're going to see with this Carlisle team is you look out here on the floor, Pat, already you see the size differential that Carlisle, the Lady Bisons come in here and they just line up some big bodies against you. Augusta will be working on speed.
Well, I was fortunate enough to run into a couple of the Augusta Lady Red Devils yesterday, and boy, were they talking some trash, my friend. They were talking like they're won like back-to-back state titles. So what they lack in size, believe me, chit-chat.
Well,
they make for up in chit-chat.
Well, and speaking of back-to-back, that's what Carlisle is going for here, is a back-to-back title here at Summit Arena in Class 2A. And so the Augusta Lady Red Devils and the Carlisle Lady Bison get ready to square off here at Summit Arena. And, Pat, again, girls basketball, these girls, so many of these girls, this will be their crowning achievement of their high school career. And not only that, but a lot of times, as far as athletically, this may be the last time they see this kind of atmosphere in their life.
Well, that's why it is a privilege and an honor to be a part of this and see these girls play their hearts out. The last game of the season, for many, the last game of their career, like you said. So it really is an honor, privilege, and it doesn't get old, JR. That's one thing that me and you have been sitting here and watch a lot of games. But we said it from the opening tip-off to when they play that We Are the Champions song, you just get those chills up and down your spine because you know how special it is.
We'll come back with the starting lineups and get ready to get this one underway with Carlisle and Augusta. It's all coming up as we continue to roll through the McDonald's High School Basketball Finals, brought to you in part by Land of Frost, celebrating 50 years of providing premium specialty meats. We'll be back with the starting lineups after this. You're watching KTWN MyTown TV.
Hello, I'm David Stokes, President of the Central Arkansas McDonald's Co-op. On behalf of all the McDonald's restaurants in the state of Arkansas, I'd like to welcome you to the McDonald's High School State Basketball Championships. McDonald's is a strong supporter of high school sports and athletics, and we encourage all of our youth to incorporate physical activity into their everyday lives. Congratulations to the teams that have made it to the championship games. McDonald's is committed to supporting student athletes both on and off the court. Enjoy the games.
Welcome to the Summit Arena for the 2008 McDonald's State Basketball Championship Finals, sponsored by the Arkansas Activities Association. This game features the Class 2A girls finalists. The home team for today's game will be the Augusta Lady Red Devils, coached by Donald Starkey, with a record of 28-5. The visiting team will be the Carlisle Lady Bison, coached by Toby TV Ball, with a record of 25-7. And now the starting lineups. For the Lady Bison, at post, a 6'2" senior, number 00, Megan Johnson. For the Lady Red Devils, at guard, a 5'4" senior, number 4, Aisha Morris. At guard for the Lady Bison, a 5'8" junior wearing number 10, Jenna Inman. At guard for Augusta, a 5'6" junior, number 11, Janae Green. At post for the Lady Bison, a 6'1" senior, number 11, Tiara Jeans. For Augusta, at forward, a 5'7" senior, number 12, Kelly Neal. For Carlisle, at guard, a 5'10" senior wearing number 13, Julie Inman. At forward for the Lady Red Devils, a 5'8" senior, number 22, Takia Brodus. A forward for the Lady Bison, a 5'10" senior, number 14, Emily Schaefer. And it forward for the Lady Red Devils, a 5'8" junior, number 24, Daisha Barber. The coaches are Darnell Starkey of Augusta and Toby TV-Ball of Carlisle. The officials
and
for
welcome
this
back
game
here to Summit Arena. There's your starting lineups for tonight's matchup. It's Carlisle and Augusta. Class 2A girls, again, Carlisle comes into today's game with a 25-7 record on the season, and it's real easy as you look here to see that size is going to be a big factor for Carlisle. They'll depend on that size and shooting. That'll be the difference for Carlisle, while Augusta will pick you apart. According to our good friend Jim Welchel, it is defense and speed that is the strength of Augusta. And he's seen Augusta play several times this year against his own Des Arc Lady Eagles. So,
well, upon
further review,
yeah, they better be real quick.
And guess what? Oh, they almost anyway came up with the opening tip, did Carlisle, or did Augusta. But it'll be Carlisle's basketball to open the game. Julie Inman will be the two Inmans that will run the point and run the offense for Carlisle. The shot is missed, and Augusta brings the ball up. Taking it, dishing it outside. The three-pointer on the way is good. Three-pointer by Alicia Morris. Makes it 3-0 Augusta.
I'll be the first to say it. Size doesn't matter.
Unless you can get that size in front of a shooter.
There you go.
Down in the corner, a three the other way is up and won't fall in, and a rebound is cleared away by Augusta.
There they go.
Back the other way, Morris with the basketball and gives it up here to Neal. Neal will run the offense now for the Augusta Lady Red Devils.
And I have to make the point, you really got to appreciate a team where they all wear knee pads. That's old school, babe.
That's old school.
I think you know they're going to get down and dirty on the ground when they all wear knee pads.
Green misses the shot. The rebound's taken away by Carlisle. They'll push it up quickly up the floor. They're looking for Schaefer, and Schaefer will be fouled on the way to the bucket, and she'll go to the line. 3-0 in favor of Augusta early on here at Summit Arena in the Class 2A Girls McDonald's State Championship game, brought to you by Land of Frost here on KTWA MyTown TV. Land of Frost celebrating 50 years of providing premium specialty meats.
Now, you know, Augusta's going to want to get this game going up and down, and I really don't know if Carlisle will be able to slow it down. So the question's going to be, can they play at that speed?
Free throw is up and good. The two free throws count, and it's 3-2 on the board. Augusta with the lead in the basketball.
One of the ways they could slow it down is obviously prevent them from scoring so they can't put the press on.
Nice steal that time by Inman. She'll take it the length of the floor, but can't get the shot to go. Rebound comes away to Augusta. Neal with it, out to Morris. Morris hit that opening three. She'll work it inside. The shot's well short. Shot up and no good, and then the ball's taken away by Carlisle. And quickly up the floor.
Good pass.
Carlisle moves the ball well.
Yeah.
They may not be a speed team, as it were, but they did a good job of speedily getting the ball up the floor.
Well, the ball will always move faster than a human. So for anybody out there who thinks that they can dribble faster than they can make a pass, you're wrong.
Ain't going to happen, is it?
Right, and that's how you're going to beat the press. You know, you look up. If the right pass and it's there and it's available, throw it up the court.
Making a living at the free throw line is Schaefer. She's got 4 of 4 for the line, and the lead is Carlisle 4-3. Green with the basketball around to Neal. Neal takes it into the paint, puts the shot up. No fear for the shortest person within 4 of her. And we're going to get a foul.
I think he called giving her the business. Giving her the business. Good call.
Foul on Carlisle.
Oh, nice play. Nice play.
Kelly Neal just got that pass and put it straight up.
Yeah.
With the draping body of Johnson on the back of her.
What was so great about it, they had a line, almost like a line, and she was so small, she just kind of weaved in and out of everybody. Found herself wide open underneath the basket.
Gets the free throw. That's Kelly Neal. Second one on the way. will fall in, rolls around, bounces around, and falls down for a 5-4 lead for Augusta. Inman will bring the ball up and run the offense for Carlisle. She'll work at the other side to Jana Inman, so it's Jana and Julie Inman. Julie out hot, top with it. Fakes, penetrates, floats, puts it in for 2.
Excellent.
Nice shot. (6-5) Carlisle, so the lead goes back and forth early here. 5:29 to go here in the opening quarter. Neal kicks out. Shot by Brodus is no good. Rebound comes away to Carlisle. Up the floor quickly. Inman and Inman play a little catch. Over in the corner the other way to Schaefer for 3. No. Rebound pulled away. Nice blue rebound pulled away that time. By Jana Green. And Green puts the shot up and has it blocked by Megan Johnson, the 6'2" senior.
Schaefer is running on every play, and she's open. They just got to look up.
Got to find her. Inman left side. It's time to the other Inman. And a rebound again right now. Augusta doing a good job of denying second shots.
Well, I know the 3 is there, but you gotta pound it inside.
Shot from the paint, off the mark. Rebound fought for, finally come up by Augusta. That's Green. She'll take the left side off the glass for 2. I like the fact that when she gets the ball, she just goes to the basket. She doesn't look around too much. She knows what she wants to do with it when she gets it.
Like you said, no fear.
7-6 our score. Back and forth early on here in the Class 2A girls final. Inman to Inman.
There you
Works
go.
it in to Johnson. Turns, spins, shoots, draws the foul. Shot's too strong, but she'll go to the free throw line.
And one of the other things you can do is put pressure on the passer. If you can't really, I mean, they're not going to be able to match up in the post, obviously, but just to make it difficult, put pressure on that passer so that it's not as easy of a pass inside, and maybe you get a deflection or a poor pass, come up with a steal.
Free throw is up and no good by Johnson. Johnson gets set for the second free throw. 4-minute mark here in the first quarter. Up and good. We're tied at 7. Carlisle able to establish the post down there. They can do a lot of damage. They certainly have the size advantage in there.
But if there's one thing Augusta's going to do, obviously, is give the 3, give a jump shot, because they don't want to get to pound down low.
How about that? Morris hits her second 3 of the game, and it gives Augusta a 3-point lead at 10-7. Inman with the basketball to Inman. Julie and Jill. Outside, shot won't go. Down the floor, Augusta with the basketball.
Wow.
Shot up and good. Nice shot by Green. That's Purdy.
That was nice.
A timeout on the floor. Carlisle takes it. And Carlisle coach Toby Tebaugh is a little bit hot with his girls right now early. 12-7 our score, 3:11 to go in the first. We'll be back. You're watching the McDonald's High School Basketball Finals. Brought to you in part by Land of Fraud, celebrating 50 years of providing premium specialty meats. Back from Summit Arena after this on KTWA MyTown TV. Summit Arena, the place. Hot Springs, Arkansas, the town. The state of Arkansas. Class 2A girls McDonald's State Championships. Up the floor with it is Julie Inman. Inman turns, spins, draws the foul. She'll go to the line.
Good pressure, but you know when you're getting pressured like that, you got to keep defense honest. Attack, go right by her. That's exactly what she did for the pull-up.
Nice in-tight shot there of the free throw shooter, Julie Inman. She gets set for 2. Up and good. Julie Inman, the 5'10 senior, Jana Inman, the 5'8 junior. For Carlisle, Lady Bison. Second free throw makes it a 12-9 game. 3:01 to go in the first. Green will bring it across now for Augusta. Lady Red Devils. Works it around, almost misses the basketball, but boy, up over Johnson Neal with no fear.
Use that screen really well, too. Brush that screen. Came up shooting, nice curl, came up shooting. That's what you got to do. You know, we talked about it. They know what to do when they get the ball. Go right up with it.
14-9, shot up, no good. Rebound, Johnson inside off the glass for 2.
And that's where the advantages are going to come. You know, you want to try to get it in the post, but really it's going to come on offensive rebounds.
Around the horn they go to Morris. Morris to Green. And we'll have a blocking foul away from the basketball. It'll be called on Thrift. Whitney Thrift, the sophomore in the ball game now for Carlisle. Look at those intense eyes of Thrift. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Around it goes to Green. And Morris. Morris 2 of 2 from behind the arc to start the game. Definitely has the long range shot. Dribbles the ball out at the top. Looking for some help. Tries to work it inside. And coming up with it is Johnson. That time a little too long to make anything develop. Enable the defense to really anticipate better.
That's right. Telegraph that pass, no doubt.
Johnson inside, strong shot up, won't fall, rebound. And they'll say it's out of bounds off Carlisle.
Fans would not wouldn't let him make that mistake.
They were a little ready to make a correction there, were they not?
Yeah, they were.
Minute 37 left to go here in the first quarter of play from the Summit Arena in Hot Springs, Arkansas, the Spa City.
2-3 zone
Janae
up here
Green.
for Carlisle.
Green works it inside. Nice job defensively by Thrift, who reaches in there and comes up with the tied up ball. Possession arrow, though, is in favor of Augusta, so we'll keep it at that end. Inbounds pass to Neal. Neal stops, drops, sticks back, puts the shot up. A little strong, off the iron.
Got some runners out here.
Again, we said the difference in the styles of these two teams is that Augusta defensively would be very aggressive. The three-pointer is up and no good, and they would be very quick and very speedy, and they've shown both of those things here this afternoon. Carlisle, meanwhile, really its size is their biggest advantage, but they've not been able to work that to as much of an advantage here early on. 14-11, Augusta with the basketball in the lead. Work inside in the final minute of the first quarter of play. Neal with the basketball up top to Green for 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded inside. Nice strip. McCoy got the rebound, but a nice strip inside by Inman. And the ball comes back the other way to Carlisle. Now they'll have a chance possibly to work it down for the final shot. Let's see what their plan is. We've seen that backfire a time or two, haven't we?
Yes, sir.
Inman, she won't hesitate, takes the shot up, can't get it to go. Johnson's rebound put back off the glass for 2. 14-13. Augusta brings it back up the floor. Squared up for the 3, but instead Neal pulls it back down, and now with 7 seconds on the clock, it's Green with the basketball. She looks in to Neal, and we're going to get a traveling call in the paint that'll turn the ball the other way. Hey, Carlisle now will have a chance with 3.6 seconds on the clock.
You know, that's one thing, JR. A lot of people say, give me the ball, pass me the ball. I'm not getting the ball. Well, a lot of times there's plenty of shots, offensive rebounds and steals.
And Inman's 3 rolls off the front of the iron at the end of 1. It's a 14-13 one-point ball game. Augusta, Lady Red Devils with the lead. We'll be back with the second quarter after this on the McDonald's High School Basketball Finals. Brought to you in part by Land of Frost, celebrating 50 years of providing premium specialty meats. J.R. Runyon, Pat Bradley back from Summit Arena after this on MyTown TV. Here to Summit Arena here in Hot Springs, Arkansas. It is the Class 2A Girls McDonald's State Finals on KTWA MyTown TV. Pat Bradley, my broadcast partner, joining me here courtside. And Pat, your impressions early on in this ball game?
Well, Augusta's really surprised me because they're actually running execution pretty well offensively. But defensively, they're getting hurt on the offensive glass.
Defensive turnover for Augusta right there.
Johnson, Carlisle, she's gotten a couple times in the post, But she can just sit underneath and get those offensive rebounds, just stick them back all day long.
Augusta with the basketball. Green gets it off to Neal, who is fouled in the process of shooting.
Oh, foul the jump shooter.
Kelly Neal will go to the free throw line. She's already 2 of 2 from there for today. Foul is going to be called on Jana Inman, number 10, for Carlisle. And Neal hits the first of 2 free throws here. She's 3 of 3 from the line.
But you know, Carlisle's got some pretty good guards out here. Both the Inmans, they're pretty good. They're strong enough to where they can play some kind of up-tempo and handle that kind of a pressure.
15-13 our score. Has 1 of 2 at the line was Neal. And now a jump ball this time will be, they'll say it is still in favor of Augusta. That's because the last jump ball was in the other quarter and then the alternate. Okay. That's why I was confused, Pat. That's why you're here, to keep me from getting
Oh, yeah, you're in trouble then, JF.
Green and Neal with the basketball out top for the Lady Red Devils. Augusta with the basketball and a 2-point lead at 15-13. Morris got the ball, but they closed off the shot. And trying to pass it off was Neal, trying to get it to O'Neal. The Neal-O'Neal connection. Ball went off of Augusta. It'll be Carlisle ball back the other way.
Just got to settle down, be patient.
Inman will bring it across for Carlisle. Augusta with that tenacious defense. Shot is up and no good, and fighting for the rebound inside. Let's see which way they go. And it will be called against number 32. That's McCoy. Marlisha McCoy, the senior, for Augusta.
See, I don't know if, I know it's an open 3, but early on, I try to see if you can, how much you can get inside the paint.
It's almost like they're trying to establish the outside shot to start working it inside. But
right.
You've got a big size advantage inside. Take it right away.
Right. It should be the other way around.
And then Johnson misses the shot on the inside shot. 15-13. Back the other way. Skipping around, and then she couldn't get the shot off before she got her feet back up. And Green will turn the ball over.
Heck of a move. If it was legal, it was a heck of a move.
Yeah. Of course, if it was legal, everybody'd do it.
That's right.
Inman to bring the ball across again for Carlisle. 6:15 to go until halftime. Around the horn, they'll swing it. Inman.
Good look,
had the open
pass.
player. Yeah, good look. Thrift was open over there, but pass was too high for her.
Augusta put on some early full court pressure that they haven't used since. Curious if they're going to go back to that, maybe try to get the pace of this game going up and down.
And it may be that Augusta's not as deep on the bench.
True.
They may try to save that pressure as long as they've got the lead and not try to run the legs out. I don't know. I'm not the coach.
Yeah.
I know you find that surprising. Green outside for 3. Off the mark, short, no good. Fights for the rebound. As she fights for it, she will pick up the foul. It's a good job by Thrift of having the defensive position for the rebound. So Carlisle will inbound it. Inman and Inman, the inbound combination. Inman and Inman get it inbounds. Say that 4 times real fast.
Oh, I'm not even going to attempt it.
Inman takes it, right side, shot up and good for 2.
Good job. She's been able to attack that.
And timeout on the floor. We're tied at 15 with 5:29 to go here in the second quarter. You are watching the McDonald's High School Finals, brought to you in part by Land of Frost, celebrating 50 years of providing premium specialty meats. We'll be back after this on KGWM My Town TV. Summit Arena, the place, and the Carlisle fans enjoying the festive atmosphere here at Summit Arena. J.R. Runyon, Pat Bradley joining you here courtside. And Pat, I just love these girls' games. There's just something exciting about a girls' basketball game. It's just, it's almost a different sport.
Yeah.
Just has the same elements in it.
Oh, just like you take a matchup like this. This game could go either way.
Yeah.
I mean,
and for 2 really different type teams.
Yeah.
And yet it can really go either way. Man, the shot, nice shot. Great move by Kelly Neal. She's got 7 points.
It's a good little pull-up jumper right there, going to the left as well. So now you get a, okay. I was going to say she needs a pass out of it, but.
She dribbled out of it, kicked it out to Jana Inman, who now works it. And probably a little advised shot there. Coming up with the rebound is Augusta, and they'll push it up the floor quickly. And that time she made the move correctly. I guess.
I think. I don't know. I guess. What if you've never seen it before? Does that mean it's an illegal move?
Neal with the bucket.
Somebody's open.
Now
They're
Thrift.
double teaming Johnson. Somebody's got to be open.
Now Neal wants to run the floor again for Augusta. She'll stop, drop, pull up from the elbow this time and won't get the shot to go. And a rebound, Johnson comes away with it for Carlisle. Back come the Lady Bison. And you're right, if they could just pick up on that. Down here, Schaefer has been open pretty much every time down the floor. Thrift to Johnson out high, and really she wasn't ready for it, but caught it anyway and got it back to Thrift, who drove the basket, but can't get the shot.
And what we're seeing here, JR, to me, it really only looks like Johnson, Julie Inman, and Schaefer really look like the three that maybe can put points on the board.
Yeah.
You know, Schaefer right now has 4 points, all free throws. He didn't really hit any shots. So those three really I think, are responsible for hitting some shots. So now if you see, great tough move.
Gets the roll, the shooter's roll, Julie Inman.
And what they're doing, they see how they're double teaming up here on Julie Inman, making her get the ball out of her hands. They're doubling Johnson in the post, essentially leaving the other three players to do whatever they want, and they're just not able to get it done.
Free throw is up and good, and the old-fashioned three-point play makes it a 19-18 point game. 1 point game with 3:49 left to go here in the first half. It's been a battle all the way. Augusta's led by 5. That's been the biggest advantage for either team. Now the foul going to be whistled on Julie Inman.
Good attack move. Carving through that defense.
And it will send Green to the line. Green with 4 points in the ball game.
Another foul on the jump shooter. No need to foul the jump shooter. Don't bail him out.
Spooned out was the shot. Second free throw is good. 1 of 2 from the line was Green, and it's a 2-point ball game again at 20-18. Augusta's led by 5. Carlisle's led by 1.
There you go. You see it, the double team on Inman. Essentially now making the other players.
Oh, nice job
Make them step
defensively.
up.
Great job of Neal getting in front of that pass. Brings it up the floor to Green. Green takes it to the hole, and a blocking foul, and the block going to be called on number 13, Julie Inman, and that'll be her second.
Now she's got to watch it, because without her, I just don't know what the makeup of this team is going to look like.
So she picks up her second with 3:19 to go, and picks both of them up pretty quickly within about 45 seconds of each other. You know that thing about fouls, they can become real contagious.
Yes.
You have one foul out there, it's okay. If you get 2 in a hurry, suddenly it seems like you turn around, you got 4.
Yeah. Well, you know, people don't realize, I mean, to play defense without fouling is something that a lot of people take for granted.
3-point lead is 1 for 2 again at the line. Was Green. Inman around to Schaefer.
Basically a boxing 1 right now on Inman.
And Inman had a good look at it, had a good roll, but couldn't get the shooter's roll, and the ball comes away, and coming up with the rebound is Augusta, and they'll bring it back up the floor. McCoy pulled down the glass that time. She's got 5 boards already for Augusta. 21-18 the score is a 3-point lead. Augusta with the basketball from the elbow.
Wow.
Nice shot by Neal.
Boy, she's got that down,
11.
doesn't she?
She does. 11 points in the ball game for Neal. Augusta, Carlisle, timeout on the floor. It's a 5-point game. We'll be back. You're watching the McDonald's High School Basketball Championship, brought to you at Farm by Land of Frost, celebrating 50 years of providing premium specialty meats. We'll be back at Summit Arena after this on MyTown TV. Back for the timeout here at Summit Arena in the Class 2A Girls McDonald's State Championship. J.R. Runyon, Pat Bradley joining you courtside. And Pat, you've probably seen more girls basketball in the last couple of days than you've seen in a while. It's a variety of styles that you see, isn't it?
Well, it sure is, and it's so unexpected. It really is, because I think you can take a girl who typically, may not look like she can do much out there, and then she comes out and dominates.
Augusta with the
nice
steal,
move.
And off the glass for two is Green.
I think they've all got that little hop step move.
They practice that, do you think?
Coach has been putting in a little extra work. Coach Stock has been putting a little extra work in on that hop.
Good pressure again on the defense, results in the turnover. Is not able to handle it in the corner with Schaefer.
Jay, talking about Carlisle shooting a measly 23%, 5 of 21 right now. Almost 50% for Augusta, 47% right, 9 for 19.
And coming up the steal this time, though, Julie Inman comes up with the basketball for Carlisle. Back the other way, the three-point shot is up and no good. Rebound taken away by Augusta, and they'll bring it back up the floor. It'll be Neal with the basketball.
Now, if you're going to take a quick shot and you're not going to attack the offensive glass, you're going to swing it around a little bit.
There's a mistake over there on the far sideline by Green, as the pass was up a little bit high, but she just didn't concentrate on it. Rolls out of her hands, out of bounds, and the turnover gets it to Carlisle.
Is that two-girl front again?
Now Jana Inman comes out to help Julie Inman with the basketball. Now they'll drop back into man.
See how the whole defense is just shading Julie Inman?
They work it inside to Johnson. She gets it off the glass for two, 25-20.
Well, JR, it's not difficult to see what each team is trying to do here and what they're going to do. I think this is going to continue throughout the game. Augusta's doing a great job of penetrating the seams, taking that little pull-up jumper. And what's very smart about that is because every time early on they went in the paint, they were getting it blocked. So what they're doing is just penetrating to an area, 15, 10 feet, little pull-up jumper. That's been working for them. On the other end, they're going to try to double team, shade Inman, try to make her get the ball out of her hands, and hope that Johnson down in the post just isn't able to get the ball to her.
Augusta looking to run off the final 30 seconds of the clock here. Fans chant boring, but when you're ahead by 5, nothing wrong with being boring.
Yeah.
25-20 the score. With 13 on the clock, they'll start to look towards the zone. I know, that's the name of your show. Kelly Neal with the basketball. Whips it outside to Morris for three. Off the mark, but down underneath the basket and getting the putback in was McCoy. And that's how this first half ends, 27-20. Augusta with a 7-point lead over Carlisle in the 2A Girls State Basketball Finals. We'll be back with first half thoughts and more at halftime right here on the McDonald's High School Basketball Finals, brought to you by Land Defrost on KTWM MyTown TV. And welcome back to Summit Arena here in Hot Springs, the Spa City, and lots of great basketball action we've seen all weekend long here, Pat. And we certainly want to remind everybody they can have a DVD copy of any of these games by emailing us at AAAoffer@cranemedia.com. That's AAAoffer@cranemedia.com, and we'll be glad to set you up with the information how you can have a copy of this game for your own personal library. Well, an impressive first half by Augusta. They controlled tempo.
Yeah.
They did what they wanted to do offensively, and they really kind of kept Carlisle from getting any kind of offensive rhythm. It seemed like the points that Carlisle did get, they'd be some here this way, some here that way, but there was no established rhythm.
I think you're exactly right, and you can just go to the stat sheet, really. You see 18 rebounds for Augusta, 13 for Carlisle. So they've been doing a good job of taking care of it in that department. But also 26%, Carlisle shooting 26%. 0 for 8 from the three-point line. That's killing them right now. On the other side, 47%, almost 50% for Augusta. They're getting quality shots, but they're working for it. They're getting in the lane, taking some good shots. They're trying to get the ball out of Inman's hands. They haven't really been able to. She's a tough player. She's able to get in the lane, take some pull-ups. But really, Johnson right now, for me, she's going to have to become more of a factor. Right now, it's not bad, 3 out of 5, 7 points. But if they're going to continue to shoot the jump shot and not make them, you got to crash the glass, get some offensive rebounds and some stickbacks, or work it around and get it in the post.
For the second half, Augusta just needs to keep doing what they're doing, but Carlisle's going to have to change what they're doing.
Well, there's no doubt. And a lot of it, JR, let's just be honest, if you can make some shots, then, you know, we're having a different conversation right now. And it's, I hate to put it maybe so simple as that, but it's sometimes it's the truth.
You and I need simple.
We need very simple, my friend.
Again, we are at halftime of the McDonald's State High School Basketball Championship, the 2A girls, Augusta and Carlisle. When it comes to our product, it's not just a game with Land O'Frost. Uncompromising standards of producing only the best packaged meats has earned Land O'Frost numerous awards in the industry. Land O'Frost, celebrating 50 years of providing the finest and premium packaged meats. Second half tip-off is next when we come back here to Summit Arena on KTWM MyTown TV. And welcome back to Summit Arena. The girls are anxious to get this one back underway, and so we will too. Carlisle with the basketball, trails by 7. Working it inside to Cohen, and Cohen puts the shot up and gets the putback in. Now they go with the two big girls inside, and Cohen comes up hobbling, deck down the floor, and immediately the coach looks to the bench and says, I'm not going to be able to use her. Cohen comes up hobbling. She's got that right knee. You can see that she's got it protected. And as she came back up the floor, she may have seen the last action of this championship game.
She's got some shiny sneakers for sure.
And let's see if that is in fact what Coach does. And she's hobbling towards the bench. I don't think there's any question she's going to have to come off. She just doesn't have it.
That's too bad.
That's a shame. Boy, you hate to get to the state finals and have one of a key player, really what could be a very dominant inside presence for both her and Johnson underneath there could make a difference here in this game.
We just hate injury in general. And it's an athlete's worst enemy.
And Cohen would get a good round of appreciation from the bench as well as the Carlisle fans who recognize what she would have been able to do, but now looks like she's not going to be able to for them. Such a shame. But at the free throw line, Green misses the first and the second as well, and Inman comes up with the rebound, but almost has it knocked away, but Carlisle will maintain possession and bring it back at the floor, down by 5, 27-22. Swinging it outside, Inman has it knocked away. It'll be out of bounds off of Augusta, still be Carlisle basketball.
You know, the Augusta is so bothersome. I think we probably touched on it earlier in the game. They're not big, but they're just like a bunch of pesky flies or something, just buzzing around you, making things difficult.
Carlisle outside for 3. There you go. Jana Inman finally took her 5 times to get one to fall, but on the 5th it does for 3, and it's a 2-point gain, 27-25.
Now, like we talked about, you hit some shots, changes the complex of this game big time.
27-25, Augusta with the lead in the basketball. And then Johnson just goes up, and I start to call it balk, but I hate to hesitate. She just took the pass ball out of the air and held on to it.
She caught it. And that was one thing Augusta was doing good in the first half. They were penetrating, but not going all the way to the hole. Just pulling up, nice little 10-foot jump shot. It was working.
So the turnover gives it back to Carlisle.
Trying to get it out of her hands.
Foul was actually called on Neal. That'll be her first. Team's first here in the second half. Working it down inside. Turns, spins, shoots up. No good. Rebound inside. Off the glass for Johnson for 2. She's got 9, and we're tied at 27. A 7-0 run to start the second half for Carlisle. Well, you knew they weren't going to run away and hide.
Yeah, well, you think
you knew they were going to play.
I think the coach from Carlisle made them understand in some very strong words at halftime where he wants the ball, and if you're going to shoot the 3, make sure it comes from an inside-out type situation.
They'll say that's out of bounds off of Augusta, off of the fingertips of Barber.
But that shot right there, I believe that was Neal again. Nice little 10-foot shot right in the lane. She's usually making those shots, so if they're getting shots if they can just make it.
She leads all scorers with 11, but yet to score here in the second half is Augusta, and it's a 7-0 run, but the steal right there by Green gives Augusta an opportunity to run.
Stop the
Green
ball.
will take it, put it up, and no, in and out, no good. To put back up, it won't go. The offensive rebound one time, but the second time, Johnson clears it away for Carlisle, and they can take the lead this trip down.
I don't know what the deal is. Schaefer's running out. Almost like snowbirding down there every time.
Wow, how about that shot from Thrift? Tough shot. And Schaefer is wide open. There is nobody even covering her.
Now, when you get a rebounder in there like Johnson, you know, you could probably sense somebody, and pretty much every time she's going to be able to get the rebound and then chuck it down there, but you can throw it.
Carlisle, their first lead since early in the game. They've run off 9 straight here in the second half to take that 2-point lead, 29-27. From the elbow, shots off of the mark for Morris, and the rebound again comes away to Carlisle. Schaefer with it, gives it up to Inman. Back the other way comes Carlisle. So a big 9-0 run to start the second half has put Carlisle out front. And the Lady Bison and Schaefer from the corner for 3. Wide open, knocked it down.
Changes things big time now.
Timeout on the floor. 32-27, a 5-point lead out of a 7-point deficit. Carlisle comes out and puts up 12 unanswered to start the second half. We'll be back. You're watching the McDonald's High School Basketball Championships on MyTown TV. Welcome back courtside. Pat, I got a little piece of party mix stuck in my throat. Talk a second.
Well, we're back in action. Carlisle, like we talked about, hit a couple of shots, changes the whole game. They were shooting, what was it, 25% or something like that.
26%, I think, yep.
26% in the first half. It's amazing. You hit some shots, everything changes, turns around for you.
Complexion certainly has changed here in this game, as it was a 7-point lead for Augusta, but now 12 unanswered has given Carlisle the 5-point advantage. Banter? And traveling going to be the call on Green as she got the pass from Morris. Tried to spin around a curl and go to the basket, and the traveling call gives it back to Carlisle. And Coach Tebelbaugh has got his Martian antennas on up over there for calling the play defensively or offensively, and Augusta comes up with the defensive play. She's got that move down, but can't get the shot to go that time. And Augusta right now just can't get shots to fall, and they're not bad shots,
no,
Pat. They're not at all.
They were the shots that they were making those shots in the first half.
Back the other way, Inman comes and drives, and she'll draw the foul.
Pretty tough. That's a tough move right there. That's a great, I mean, she just weaved in and out, took the bump, still able to get the shot off.
So 3:50 to go here in the third quarter. Augusta still trying to get their first points of the second half. But Inman at the line trying to tack on a couple of more, but misses the front end of 2. Inman first free throw miss of the afternoon. See, that time she did miss it without me even mentioning the fact that she'd been perfect.
Right, so it's not your fault,
So
really,
mine,
contrary to popular belief.
Inman gets set for the second, puts it up and drops it in. 33-27 our score. 3:45 to go here in the third quarter. Augusta with the basketball. Still trying to draw iron for the first time here in the second half. The shot is put up. It's kind of a prayer shot that goes unanswered. Now Morris for 3. She's got 2, but no more. She can't get that one to go. 33-27.
Nice pass.
All the way down the floor to Thrift. She overshoots it, and then she commits the foul on the rebound.
That's the worst kind of foul. We've seen that a few times. Make a mistake, then you compound it with a foul. That's the double. That's as bad as it gets right there.
So 3:20 to go here in the third. 33-27 to score. The good news for Augusta, they had that 7-point cushion.
Yeah.
So it's still just a 6-point ball game.
But they get it. They have to make a shot at some point.
Morris with the basketball, out between the circles, guarded by Thrift. Looks forward and finds Neal. Neal penetrates, then dumps. Shot up and good. Nice move. Gets it out to Brodus, who really had the better open shot.
Yeah.
Carlisle bring it back up the floor. So the first points for Augusta in the second half come with about 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. So 5 minutes without anything up on the board. Jana Inman shot that time well off of the mark. Rebound comes away to Augusta, and they want to run. Neal gives it up. Shot put up too strong again off of the glass that time by O'Neal. And then a great steal, great job of getting back defensively for Broadus. And she just went up like a DB that time.
Yes, she did.
She saw the pass in the air from the 15-yard line, jumped down to the 5 and intercepted it.
And Coach Tivabaugh was about to run out there and grab Julie Inman by the throat.
33-29, a 4-point advantage for Carlisle with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Well, we've been talking about how Schaefer's been running on every play, and she finally saw
Working it down inside. The shot is up, and the foul going to be called. Trying to work it down in there to Barber. So again, Augusta's still trying to penetrate. It's not like they're putting up, long-range jump shots and, trying to break the scoring drought. They're trying to penetrate, trying to work it inside, draw fouls, do something.
Well, that's one thing. If you're having trouble scoring, get to the free throw line. Attack the basket hard and try any way you can to try to get some points on the board.
First free throw, though, won't fall for Barber. And in a game like this where you're not getting shots to fall, you got to get free throws. If you're given opportunity, you've got to get those. There's
right.
One of two. 33-30, just a 3-point spread. And Cohen's going to come back out. They rewrapped it, and Cohen's going to come back out on the floor. And they're going to try to go Twin Towers again. Or actually, I think Johnson's, nope, they are going to try to go. And we're going to get a foul on the inbounds play. And it's going to be called on Morris.
Now this will be interesting.
Alicia Morris.
Because we only got the chance to see one possession with the Twin Towers in.
See what they're able to do. Inman will get the basketball. Pressure put on in the backcourt, and the foul going to be called on Green. Janae Green doesn't like the call.
No,
man.
Inman, I tell you what, she's a
good ball handler.
Yeah, she is. Tough, strong ball handler.
That's why Morris is shadowing her everywhere she goes. Schaefer works it down to Cohen. Cohen turns, spins, puts it up off the glass for two. But again, comes up limping. Comes up limping again. That knee just is not supporting it. Underneath the basket, Johnson with the rebound. On the one end, 35-30. And Cohen is not going to be able to go. You just can't continue to push that.
No.
You can't risk long-term injury. Inman for three, no good. Rebound inside by Johnson, off the glass for two. No! They'll say she took steps before the shot. And the turnover will give the ball back to Augusta. There's a break.
Well, as long as Cohen's in there, you might as well try to get it to her, maybe not shoot the three. I know she's limping around, but
at least try to get it to her. She seems to have a propensity. She's been in for what, 50 seconds and has two buckets.
Yeah. Maybe they just keep her down on one end of the floor.
Shaquille O'Neal philosophy, right?
Yeah.
Losing the handle on it, but then getting it back. Augusta gets it. And they'll say that that was a delay call. Say that she stepped out of bounds, but it was so delayed. So
we're watching sometimes a different game.
35-30.
Too much dribbling.
Inman with the basketball, has it stolen away. Wanting to run, and then Julian back the other way, comes up with the steal for Carlisle. She wants to run. She finds a man underneath the basket, but can't get the bucket to go. That was Geens.
How important is she, huh?
Tiara Geens.
She is
that, Julie Inman?
Oh, man, she is the motor that makes this thing go.
She is doing it. I don't know if I'm quite ready to call her the straw that stirs the drink.
That's right. No, that's
that still stays in that Curry Breed.
That's right.
Don't want to make too many references in the wrong direction there. Free throw is up and no good for Geens. It's a 5-point ball game, 35-30 with 39.3 seconds left to go on the third quarter clock. Second free throw up and good. It's a 6-point game, 36-30. Just 3 points here in the third quarter. In an earlier game that you and I called, we talked about the fact that you can't afford to have one really bad quarter.
Yeah.
Carlisle's Johnson with a great block that time on the shot by Neal. The ball comes back the other way. Well, this has certainly been a 3-point quarter for Augusta. Has certainly not been what they wanted to do to come out with that 7-point halftime lead.
No, you know, they got some decent shots, weren't able to hit them. Johnson obviously got some, affected a lot of shots, a couple blocks I think in that quarter.
And
here's the thing, JR. If you're gonna double team or play tight on or something, I mean, you can't let her get into the lane. That's just it. You can't let her get. You might as well pack it in on the 2-3 or something. But the job is to keep her out of the lane. And Julie, I know she's a tough player. There's no doubt about it. But you got to do it.
You got to do it. Edmond hits the first free throw. Checking into the ballgame now is Clashelle O'Neal for Augusta.
Either that or you face guard her. Don't let her catch the ball.
She's awful quick. That's a tough assignment.
Yeah.
Either way. 2 free throws made and a 15-point turnaround here in the third quarter. Shot is put up and it'll be short off the front of the iron. No good by Barber. And a 15-point turnaround. 38-30 our score as we go to the fourth. Carlisle kind of go back-to-back here at the McDonald's High School Basketball Championships. We'll come back with the fourth quarter after this. You're watching the McDonald's High School Basketball Finals, brought to you in part by Land of Frost, celebrating 50 years of providing premium specialty meats. From the Summit Arena, J.R. Runyon, Pat Bradley, back after this on MyTown TV. Welcome back to Summit Arena, J.R. Runyon and Pat Bradley joining you courtside here at Summit Arena for the Class 2A Girls McDonald's State Finals. What a turnaround in a quarter. Yeah. I mean, we went into halftime thinking that Augusta was really in charge of this basketball game, but Carlisle said, no, not too fast, and a 15-point turnaround. They lead by 8 after trailing by 7. Now let's see if Augusta can turn that back the other direction. Morris with the basketball and gives it up here on the near side to O'Neal. Back to Morris. Morris started off the game hot from outside, hit a couple of three-pointers, but has not been able to find that range since. To Carlisle's credit, they have denied her a clean look.
All right, good solid defense right here.
Morris with the basketball.
Oh,
working it right side, shot put up off the glass, no good. Rebound inside, coming away with it, guess who? Johnson. Megan Johnson's got 9 boards now in the game, and the pass down the floor to Gaines off of her fingertips.
I like the look. I like when players have their heads up and they reward people for running. You know, you got to encourage young players to do that, to look up the floor, pass it up. Don't be afraid to pass it up. That'd be nice if you connected and made a layup. But
7 minutes to go here in regulation. We've already seen 1 overtime game at the Summit Arena this year. Or more ahead. Augusta with the basketball. Coming up with a steal. That was just a good heads up. Oh, they're going to call a jump ball. They give it to Carlisle. This guy's animated, isn't he? He is animated. He is. The official is fun to watch, and our officials today are Gordon Hornaday, Dwayne Jackson, and Lance Smith, and I'm not sure which is which there.
Hey, referees can have fun too.
You bet.
They're human.
And they've earned their way to this point. They're in the finals too, you know.
That's right.
They just didn't go pick some names out of the hat. How about that, Schaefer? They finally get her to an open look at the 3 that she knocks down again. 41-30, that's her second of the game.
Second of the game, third of this half.
Shot up and no good. Rebound is up and no good, and a foul going to be called inside.
Did Cohen make it back in the game?
She is back in the game.
I didn't even notice.
Unbelievably.
Tell you what, Coach is going to get every ounce he can out of that knee, isn't he?
He is. Man, oh man. So Cohen and Johnson on the floor with 6:24 to go here in the fourth for Carlisle.
Well,
got to hit free throws.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brodus.
Now see what they're doing. Yeah, just put her down on the block right now.
Yeah, don't make her try to. I don't think she's really on there for defensive purposes.
No, well, I mean, she's hobbling, so.
Yeah, so she's not going to be quick and be able to move. You just want to try to work the ball down to her.
Yeah.
Carlisle, Jana Inman with the basketball. It's a 10-point game as 1 of 2 at the line was Brodus. 41-31 our score. Julie Inman.
Good play.
Kick out. Schaefer for 3. Finds the range again, and Carlisle's in charge right now with a 13-point lead.
Tell you what, I can't say enough about Julie Inman, how she's just orchestrating everything out there.
Shot put up, short off of the mark, and Cohen with the easy rebound. She's going, Coach, I got to run down here again.
Yeah.
Carlisle slows it down. Jana Inman
Slows
with
it
the
way
basketball.
down.
Julie Inman now with it out high. She's guarded by Morris. She's just, I like the wingspan of Julie Inman. And she loses the handle on the ball, gets it back, puts it up, drops it in for 2.
She does everything so well. Handles it, she's tough, she gets speed, quickness.
Timeout on the floor. Augusta has seen enough as they have put up, are you ready for this? 4 points in the second half. 4 points in the second half with 5:18 left to go in the ball game. They got to come up with something. The McDonald's High School Basketball Finals is brought to you in part by Land of Frost, our good friends at Land of Frost. Got into the big leagues by remembering our little leagues. The Youth Sports Initiative impacts hundreds of thousands of kids in 20 states by providing funds to youth sports leagues. Land of Frost, celebrating 50 years of providing premium lunch meats to the tables of hungry kids across North America. We'll be back after this timeout. You're watching the McDonald's High School Basketball Finals from the Summit Arena in Hot Springs on KTWM MyTown TV. Back at Summit Arena with 5:15 to go here in the ball game. Augusta with the basketball. Out high, Green with it. Got to start hitting. I mean, I hate to say this, but they have got to start hitting some threes. I mean, they've got to find something just because of the energy that would give them. But right now, the Carlisle defense was such that he didn't waste any time to Coach Starkey. He said, no, we got to talk about this again. Talk about this again. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well and be back. You're watching the McDonald's High School Basketball Finals brought to you by Land of Frost on MyTown TV. Welcome back to Summit Arena, Hot Springs, Arkansas, the place for the McDonald's High School Basketball Championships. Crane Media with you here on KTWN TV. Glad to bring you all of the high school finals championships for all major sports for the next 3 years. And a foul is going to be committed by Johnson. And going to the free throw line will be Kelly Neal.
It's kind of tough because, you know, I don't know if she really fouled her, but
I think she got in the way of her.
Yeah, you know, I mean, she's just standing there, and players a lot of times just kind of jump into her, so it's a massive judgment call.
And the official removes a slip of something from the floor.
And a tale of two halves, though, JR.
It really has been. Second free throw is up and good, but you can't go 1 for 2 at the line.
Yeah.
When they come down the other end and hit threes. That's why it's a 14-point deficit right now for Augusta. They need to charge back here. Julie Inman with the basketball. Has just played a fantastic game.
Just can't stay in front of her. Just can't stay in front of her. I mean, she's got great moves, there's no doubt about it. 2 people can't even stay in front of her. They've tried it.
48-32, 14 points on the night for Julie Inman. Down low, the shot put up, no good. Rebound put back off the glass and good for 2. Nice move by O'Neal.
There you go, don't let her catch it now. Done, dead.
Pretty much, when you get it in her hands, she has done a great job of just controlling the basketball. And again, I look at her wingspan. Just seems to have such a long wingspan.
What a nice pass.
Nice job down inside. Off of the glass, Geens had an easy look at it. Great court vision as well.
JR, I'm telling you, if I'm putting together a team, I'm taking her, Jordan Madden, right off the bat.
Yep.
I wouldn't hate it to be able to get to see that Thursday night's games, but tell you what, these 2 are automatically on my team. First 2 I'm taking.
Carlisle with the basketball, down underneath the block and putting a shot up. It won't go for Geens, but she gets the rebound. It won't go. Put back by Johnson is in and out as well. And then a foul on the inbounds.
Scratch that, JR. If I'm putting together a boys team, any team, those two girls are on my team, okay?
I agree. That'll be all for Johnson. So with 3.5 minutes left to go, 14 points is not insurmountable, but certainly with the inability of the Carlisle team to pull out Cohen on the floor for any kind of effectiveness, this changes the complexion of this basketball game potentially in Augusta's favor. But can they make it happen? It's going to fall on the shoulders of Gaines now to work the inside.
Well, here's what allows them to do now. They're allowed to penetrate because they're quicker and do exactly what they just did and not have any resistance with Johnson not out there.
Green gets the bucket off the glass, 12-point deficit, 50-38. And then the turnover, has not able to maintain the possession on the pass, was Thrift. And I talked about her intense eyes earlier. I think maybe Tevabaw's eyes were a little more intense after that on her.
Yeah. And just having Johnson's presence out there, she didn't have to do much, but just having her presence out there meant so much for Carlisle.
And off the side of the glass, no good. Rebound taken down and a jump ball, and it's going to be in favor of Augusta.
And now you can see it, they're able to attack because they're quicker, so they can get through it. And that's so great about having a shot blocker, because you can take risks on defense as a guard, and you have that shot blocker there to protect you.
Looked at the three, now takes it down, puts it up, puts it off the glass too strong. Rebound, Gaines inside. So on that trip, Gaines does the job. Julie Inman is the other key. Now they'll put double team pressure on her. She gets it across to Thrift. Knocked away, taken away. Augusta with the steal. Up the floor. Green with the basketball, takes it into the paint. And we're going to get the blocking foul. I think that's the right call there, too. I definitely think that's the right call. And the right play. I mean, you know, Green get it, just take it in there and make something happen inside.
Just go, attack. You don't have that shot blocker in there anymore. Things are opening up.
You got to be able to convert from the line.
That's true. Free throws. Now, here's the interesting thing. For some reason, the past two possessions, Carlisle has not been able to handle Augusta's press, and they've been able to in the, and you know, it's
going to be the legs of Julie Inman. She's been out there entire game.
Hey, someone's been covering her from baseline to baseline every play. Sooner or later, the girls got to wear down.
Shots up and no good, and a rebound taken away. 50-38 the score. Again, you've got to hit free throws.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity there for Augusta. Now they need to come up with another defensive stay. Inman with the basketball. You just get the feeling she's not going to make stupid decisions.
No.
She just needs to be such a smart ball player. Clock winds down to 2 minutes.
You know, she's good enough where you'd almost rather her take a bad shot than someone else take a good one. You know?
And she does a great job of dribbling through the pressure. Probably not what you would coach, but she does a good job of it. She did take the shot and couldn't get it to go, and the rebound comes away to Augusta. Bringing it up the floor is Green.
Nice play. Excellent, excellent.
And the bad news is that's it for Green. So the offensive foul will also take Green out of the basketball game, and she's had 10 points of, well, I say that, they've player control, so it's not against her personally.
It should be.
I guess they say that's the fourth foul. Our tally had that as being her fifth. But the scoreboard only had it for 4. Now the jump ball this time will be in favor of Carlisle. But our book said that was the 5th on Green. The official count said 4, so she's still in the ball game for Augusta. Outside, Jana Inman's three-pointer that she didn't really need to shoot there was no good.
The coach followed her down the sideline yelling.
Now the steal by Gaines. Julie Inman with the basketball to Jana Inman. Didn't establish full possession in the front court.
Thank you.
The Augusta fans wanted the over and back. As long as she still had one foot in the back court, she could do what she did. Round it comes to McCallie. Inside of a minute to go, it's a 12-point ball game. Augusta's trying to foul, but they can't get the foul called with the ball in anybody's hands, and use up a lot of time there. And now with A 12-point deficit in 48.9 seconds on the clock. Carlisle in good position to come away with their second and therefore back-to-back state title here at the Summit Arena in Hot Springs. Jana Inman at the line. Puts another nail in that coffin. 51-38.
I think there's any doubt who the MVP of this game is.
You think? Of course, we thought that about a game earlier. They came to somebody else, so who knows? But anyway, the second free throw's off the mark. No good. Rebound put up the court, and a two-pointer put in by Neal. Augusta, though, with just one timeout left, chooses not to take it there. Julie Inman will be fouled in the backcourt. Julie Inman with 14 points on the night, 7 rebounds, a couple of assists, and no question has really run this offense for Carlisle.
Oh my gosh, she's orchestrated everything they've been able to do this afternoon and did a wonderful job of it too. She's got the tough baskets. She handled the tough press on her own. She got tough rebounds, tough steals.
And she gets the first free throw there, as she's been pretty good at the line as well. 7 of 8 at the line. Make that 8 of 9 from the line. Check that, 8 of 9 from the line. 16 points on the game. The lead is 13. Time running out on the clock. And guess who has the basketball in her hands? None other than the aforementioned Julie Inman, and she's going to be fouled in the backcourt on the reach by O'Neal. That'll pretty much do it. 19.5 seconds left on the clock, and a 13-point advantage for Carlisle. And the Augusta Lady Red Devils not able to use their speed or the absence of Cohen on the floor for Carlisle to their advantage. And the Lady Bison will go 2 in a row.
Carlisle is able to come up, make some shots in that second half. But you know what? Inman, you can't press her. So she nullified everything Augusta could have thrown at them anyway. Empty the bench.
Empty the bench, and Coach Toby Tebelbaugh gets a chance to hug his girls and congratulate them on back-to-back state titles. Still 19.5 seconds left on the clock, but the foregone conclusion at this point is Julie Inman will throw another one down, and she'll come off of the floor. And she'll get a big round of applause from the Carlisle fans and a big hug from Coach. 55-40 our score. Augusta with a chance to put some final points up on the board, and the three-pointer is off the mark, but a foul. That's not what you want.
No.
You don't want to foul a
Hey, maybe she want to get in the books.
three-pointer. Kendall will go to the line. Krishana Kendall, a sophomore, at the line for Augusta. And they'll have some talent coming back. They'll miss some senior leadership. They'll have some talent coming back with another opportunity to make a run here at Hot Springs. And I thought I only saw her take 2 free throws, but either way, she makes 1 of 3 from the line. That'll be the final count on the board, 55-41, and Carlisle has gone back-to-back with state titles. Congratulations to Julie Inman. No question.
Unbelievable.
She was
unbelievable.
She was the reason why they've gone back-to-back here.
Absolutely. I mean, she's just so impressive.
Finishes up the night with 18 points, 7 rebounds. We'll come back with the trophy presentations and final thoughts after this. You're watching the McDonald's High School Basketball Championships on KTWM MyTown TV.
First, your runners-up in the Class 2A Girls 2008 State Tournament, the Augusta Lady Red Devils. Your 2008 Class 2A Girls State Champions, the Lady Bison of Carlisle.
After my sentence, but committed no crime.
And again, congratulations to Carlisle and Lady Bison as they come up with a big championship win to go back-to-back here at Hot Springs. A tough task to win 1. To win 2 is really tough, but this Carlisle team down at halftime by 7. Didn't hesitate, came out in the second half, turned it around, a 15-point turnaround, led it by 8 at the end of 2, and then it was just finishing things off.
Well, it was almost like they had, I think, the more talented team overall, and it took a little while for it to just wear down. And boy, when you get a play like Julie Inman, though, you're always going to have a chance.
Yeah.
And then things started falling. People started hitting shots. Unfortunately, Augusta got cold.
Yeah.
Couldn't make some shots. Result is a 14-point victory.
So congratulations to the Lady Bison, and again, our thanks to Landefrost for helping bring these broadcasts to the airwaves across the state of Arkansas as major sponsors of Crane Media's AAA high school sports coverage. From the McDonald's High School basketball finals in the Summit Arena in Hot Springs, for our technical crew and for my good friend and broadcast partner, Pat Bradley, J.R. Runyon saying so long